things and possibly through other people's live streams, especially on Brick Blaze's channel, because it just happened timing to work for me. I have been doing a little bit of updating around the Lego room. So this stream, if you don't catch it when it's live, no worries. It's kind of just behind the scenes, really. If you're here, welcome. If you're not, or if you're not interested in watching afterward, no worries. There'll be a better video explaining things later down the way. This is just in the moment. Here's how it's going. Here's what I'm trying to do for it. Because for a long time, this has been just off. What's the word? I already forgot the word. For a long time, this has been on the back burner. And I've actually been trying to move other things around the Lego room in general, trying to organize a couple things, and hopefully that will open up more things that I can actually build with and know what I have, so I won't have to, dig around as much for parts and such. The floor is still a mess. In fact, yeah, I can't really move the chair much more than here. If you haven't seen Studside Heights before as a Lego city, this is not the time to look at it because you wouldn't even know there was a Lego city here. But yeah, a couple of things have been moving around. I have this big stack of boxes that has been shifting around in place, if it's going to stay in here or if it's going to move somewhere else, or it's going to be just in another spot in the room or the closet or whatever. I have a whole wall on this side. Actually, it frees up a little bit of the camera right here. There was a whole wall on this side that had Sterilite units. They kind of like the big, like 3-drawer kind of units stacked up as far as I can, because you can always stack more on top of them. I've moved those, so now there's a little more space, a little more brevity to get around to things, especially in this area. And also makes it a little bit better for the camera and such. I have no idea if the camera is always going to be here when it comes to doing live streams or whatever. It's just the spot that works for right now. The table has a whole bunch of stuff on it. You might have even seen some of them in the recent videos or on the other channel, Maniac for Bricks More. It's still moving around. There's a couple things that I've been like, oh, maybe I'll fit some of these Lego sets that I had in mind. I want to rebuild and put up somewhere. And, if I don't have a larger shelf to put them on, like, together, I can put them along the back of the building table. And I could still build there. There'll be enough space for it. That would be great. It's just a matter of getting everything that's already here off and then getting that stuff on and figuring out where everything's going beyond that. I have tons and tons of Pick-a-Brick cups that I've been fishing through just to move them out of the way. They used to be stacked up right here. It was always ready to fall over. That have a lot of pieces that go towards any number of projects, really. I actually had a couple projects in mind even before Studside Heights rebuilding, and some afterwards. Some might actually just go right into it because as long as I can get this done, I can do a lot more cool stuff. And so I know some of you have been asking for a Lego City update, and it's been forever since I last did anything, even on a live stream, about it. So yes, I always have it in my mind somewhere, but I get a lot of it in my mind, so I do want to make that happen. For right now, I've actually been sorting out a bunch of other stuff just to try to clear our space. Otherwise, this would have been entirely filled with stuff. Been gathering up minifigures that I've been finding loose around here because they're all over the place. I don't know what their final destination is going to be, if they're going to be part of the town or if they're going to be on something else. Best case scenario, I want the town to be populated with sig figs. That's how it's always wanted to be, but not always gotten to that point for whatever reason. Okay, there's some more. So there was a couple of bins that actually had stuff fall out. There's like a couple of Marvel sets that are on the floor that broke, unfortunately. I gotta fix those, put all the pieces back together. A couple of bins of organized parts that fell on the floor, so that's fun. I gotta redo that. And that's half of a friend's doll. Okay. And a whole bunch of random stuff here. I have no idea. I thought I heard something. I have no idea how long this stream is going to last, unless you watch it afterwards and you can see how long it lasted. But it's just happening while I feel like it happening. For all I know, I could just stop right here and then go do stuff off video or have something in the background. Who knows? But I still want to have something happening. So welcome. I got a whole bunch of bags of parts that are already sorted from my lug book from like 2 years ago. I still haven't fully used up yet, but I'm happy finding them in here because they are parts I know I need. A lot of 1x1s in various colors. One thing I forgot that I ordered from them, because that's what happens. I ordered, it says 50, there we go, 50 dark green lampposts. Like, I always wanted to have that for the city because it just makes it more consistent than the lampposts I've already put up there before, or even what I have up there right now, if there's any up there right now, unless I got knocked over. I wanted to have them more consistent and stand out a bit. So, and dark green, I don't think is that common. It's either that or black. I forget which one is less common. But hey, this will be good. I don't care if the tops of them aren't dark green, because I probably won't have enough to top those, but I don't mind if they're black or something else. They'll do their job, but I think they'll look really nice when they are accessorized in there. I mean, I did that years ago when I had a whole bunch of like city-based accessories I remember picking up from a convention, because they had like the mailboxes separate from Lego sets. I was like, oh yeah, I could add a whole bunch of mailboxes to houses and things that already have the stickers on them and the right colors and whatever. So that'll work. Looks like bad weather skipped my Lego City and hit Studside Heights. Yeah, probably. It's been like this for, I want to say, the better part of a year, unfortunately. There was some time a while ago that I was trying to build stuff here, or trying to redesign the firehouse and police station and hospital from making it from several different buildings into one big building. And that's like the last that I did major work on it, but that was still probably a couple of months ago. I don't know why there's a piece of chalk here. A whole bunch of random stuff turns up every so often as well. But O'Brien somehow wound up here? Okay. I built the whole thing, I just didn't have stickers on yet, because I know some of them go over other pieces. But it's still very cool. I'm still happy to have that. I got some train stuff here. What else is there? Oh yeah, I built this not too long ago. I mean, I still got parts to find for it, but I'll figure that out. Basically, just rebuilding the Walmart exclusive 60 year of the brick sets. I have one that's I think I still have one. Let's say I know I have one, but I don't know where it is. Classic line. You know, I really don't want that to be overriding everything else I do. It's like, who's made after bricks? Oh, he's just scatterbrained. No, there's more to me than that. But that's something that I know that at one time I got the was it the truck? I think it was the truck. From those, like, the one of 3 60-year anniversary sets where it's like the box looks nicer than any of the contents inside. Nothing special about the instructions or the parts. You could build them out of your own pieces, and I started that a while ago. Ooh, and yeah, I'm gonna need that. Ooh, even better, dark tan masonry. Oh, hells yeah. That and like 2 other bins of brown, or 2 other bags like that size of brown, were from Brookford, Virginia. I did a long live stream, and then it somehow had an error, and then I did another one right after it. I don't even know if it's public right now on the channel, but those were from Brookford, Virginia. There was somebody who built a giant Darth Vader mock, and they were tearing it apart at the end of the show. Like, literally just push off the table, kind of tearing it apart kind of thing, as a big spectacle. But before that, they had a yard sale with a whole bunch of extra bags of pieces that were sorted by color and various shapes, you know, for not much. I think this, yeah, so this bag of it said it was 15. I got another bag in here. Yeah, they were both 15. And let's see, the third bag doesn't even say what it was. I'm assuming less than 15, just by the contents. But I knew I needed to get more brown and tan parts, so I was like, yeah, I'll put those up. And they said that they would have more after the show, and I didn't quite understand. They were the Darth Vader mock, or the Vader Castle mock that was going to go over. I didn't even know that was a thing until it happened. I was like, okay, all right. It's been a while since I've seen that happen at a show, but it's cool. It's cool when it happens. Let's see, where else am I? Okay, I got another bag of plates. So I started that a while ago and did not go further with it. I do need to pick up on that again. I redid a whole bunch of the drawers underneath my building table to try to stack them up with as much parts as possible and, get more things that are either, off the table, off the other table, off the floor. It all still needs to be organized in some better ways. And I do have methods to do that, but I'm just one guy with too much to take care of it all at once. I don't even know if I need that. Move some of this amusement park stuff over. This mock has been with me for, like, I kid you not, upwards of 9 years. I mean, the snowman, I'm not sure if it was at exactly the same point, but at least this yellow couch has been around for 8 or 9 years, at least. Possibly 10. I don't know if it was there when I began the channel, but it was in the early days of it, I know that much. Okay, let's see. More accessories to move around. More of the amusement park kind of stuff. Oh, come on. Something falls off the table, then it explodes into a million pieces. So yeah, alright. I will put them over here. Hopefully they won't get in the way. A lot of other little pieces in here I gotta find a new home for. For right now, what I'm trying to do is trying to clear off a bunch of the beach side and reconnect some of those plates because they weren't really fastened. They weren't really fastened in place before, and they really need to be because they keep shifting around. Sometimes they fall off the table, and it would help with a lot of the rest of the town if they're situated because they're really not going to move that much. They're not made to move that much, I should say. So if I can figure that out, that would be great. That's also why I put the tin bag that I had off to the side. So I'll be like, oh yeah, I need that soon. I'll at least try to get some progress in here for this little interlude we're having. I think this battery's dead. I'm not good with button cell batteries. I need to replace that sometime later. I do have a bin to move all the other stuff on this table, so I can set that up better. The problem that I always have is that if there is an empty space on a table, it will get filled. Like, I had a whole bunch of space cleared on the building table, and already that's gotten stacked up with stuff. Like, in no time. So, figure it out. Does this fit in here? Almost does. I don't think it was made for that. It wasn't made either way for that. It almost can, looking at the outside of it. This is an old mock from, again, I don't think it was the early days of the channel. I think it might have still been like maybe 2014 or something like that. I'm sure I can go back and find out more. But this is a really tiny mail truck based on the pizza to go set. So I just looked at the instructions online and tried to copy some of the same design of it, but changing around some colors and the back of it, and still having like the 2 shelves up there for different kinds of mail and packages. There was a mailman that went with this somewhere. Might have added 1 or 2 other pieces as well, but I don't know. It'll go somewhere. We got the crab. Move that over. Don't need that right now. Got the bunny. Gotta save the bunny. Oh, the bunny's with the tractor set. That was over here. Let's keep that together. I actually do hope that I could create some little bit of farm life around here. I mean, it doesn't have to make perfect sense. I think it would just be really cool if I could, but that's something that I have to wait until the back area. So like all that really need to work. A whole bunch of stuff that are literally boxes of stuff that needs to be moved to somewhere else. And then I could actually build on top of it and work on the train tunnel that I posted at some point a while ago that now feels like I have to restart it because actually a whole bunch of it broke. But yeah, that's something to figure out sometime later. I mean, hey, if I can get this part taken care of, I can move that stuff over here and then build that, and then this stuff could go somewhere else. That's one of the weird things about me building the beach town as I am, because it's like I have to have beach, I have to have ocean. I can't really build a lot on top of that unless I build like dunes or something. I can't really build like buildings, you know what I mean? So, I want to keep that atmosphere, but I also lose a whole bunch of, potential. I can't really have a lot of buildings in Studside Heights. For those who have already been here for a while, you already know that. But I can't have a lot of buildings in Studside Heights because I'm on a 6 foot by 3 foot table. That is enough space for 3 of the 32 by 32 base plates deep this way. And then it's a big mix of other base plates going the opposite way. What's 6 foot, that's 72 inches. It's like 6 or 7 full 32 by 32 base plates going the other way, across. And because of the train track taking up a lot of space, I have to build the train track, then the road, and then inside of that would be the buildings. Unless I moved some of the buildings on top of those extra studs on the road, then could I get a little bit extra, space to build things. And I have seen that from other people, and that's fine for what works. But I have not evolved to that yet. I don't know if that's something I could do here. I have considered a couple times in the past year of moving into the new city system for roads. But the problem that I keep facing with that is if I did the new roads, everything would have to get redone. Like, at that point, I might as well make them mills plates, to get that extra depth to them. But I don't want that. I don't want to put that extra beef underneath it, where I know I'm gonna need it for, building other stuff. Plus, I already have tons of roads. It's kind of hard to convert to that new system, even in a smaller footprint. Okay, what do we got? Let's see. I got a couple of bins over here with various parts in them that I'm just going to shove things into and then sort them out later. That is something that I've done before and only briefly posted about, I believe, online. Is that I took one of those big like Lego heads that has like the storage sieves in the middle of it, and like fill up a container like this, not with the crack in it though. Fill up a container like this. Pour as much of it as I can into there. Have a couple of these extra like already open, and then sorting it by size. It's a very tricky system. I actually wanted to make a video about this product because I think as a review will be kind of interesting, and it's at least a sorting method I've been using lately and figuring out, oh, that's how it works. Because some of it doesn't exactly work as expected. Like, you could have a really long skinny piece like this wind up in the small section, like, as opposed to being, you would think of this as a long piece, but it's so narrow, it jumps through everything and lands in the small stuff. So it kind of breaks it down, but you still have a lot more to do beyond that. All right, let's get figures and things in here. Oh, I already saw some falling out. Not falling out because the bin is open. Just falling on the floor. Just missed it. Let's see. So there are a couple of Lego sets in this bin that have actually been here for a while. I think there was from like a free pickup lot or something. And I kind of rebuilt a couple of Lego sets out of them. A few that I still have in here and not. Yeah, some are still in bags. I build a lot more than I get around to. Like doing video or whatever. Just how it goes. I do want to try to sort out minifigs, minifig parts, minifig accessories, maybe some animal stuff, you know, anything that minifigs would use, sooner rather than later. Because if I sort all those little tiny things out, it will make all the other pieces work just fine. And if I want to build a particular figure, I know all the parts are in the right place. I've had that a couple times where I'm like, it's either in this room, which already has like a ton of places it could be in, any one container out of 20, 30 possible places, or it would be in another room, could be a whole lot of the places in there as well. And you know how that goes. It's like, it sometimes drives me nuts just trying to think of like, okay, it could be really, really out there. I've had some that are in the backyard, in the sheds. And it's like, how did it get there? Just a random box of stuff. Nobody asked for that. Nobody wanted that. What other anything things do I have here? I'm gonna throw that one in. I throw that one in. They're like the long stick things that people like to use for the like reels or TikTok or whatever. I like to keep those together because they're fun for adding minifig stuff on there. Will Harper, how's it going? I'm just doing a little bit of cleanup in here and trying to get somewhere with the Studside heights. Can't guarantee it's going to be finished. Not at all by the end of the stream or the end of the night, either one. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do the sign in there. We'll throw the. Actually, we'll put that over here. I'm trying to sort out minifig parts and accessories. Yeah, actually, we'll throw the set in here. That over there. That here. This thing has pretty much been built since 2006. This dumpster from the Lego SpongeBob Krusty Krab. That's it. First edition. Alright. These base plates. I got base plates for days, buddy. I really gotta use some of those somewhere. Because they will not all fit here. So we got instruction manuals and stickers. Ooh, hello. You, sir, and you, sir, can come with me in here. I have stickers on things, or I have stickers for things that haven't been on things in like a couple of years. I don't know why, but I got into this thing where I wanted to, well, I know why. It's just a dumb reason by now. When I started building the Hidden Side sets, you know, collecting them, building them, getting the whole series of them, for some reason, I decided, hey, I want to review these sets, but I want to review them before putting the stickers on them. And then put the stickers on afterward, you know, in the same review, just to see how they look. You know, do they pull it off without the stickers? I never put the stickers on those sets. I put it on maybe one of the gift with purchases, like one sticker, not the whole sheet. One sticker by accident. And I never got back to it. Right there. Yep. That's the empty spot where the sticker was. But I still have all the sticker sheets. And as far as I know, they're in good condition. Some of them might even be floating around elsewhere. And I should really put those on. I want to rebuild the sets anyways. Because they've been in a Tupperware, you know, smushing each other. But for now, I'm like, yeah, they gotta save those stickers while I can. You go in there, you go in there, you go in there. You go in there, sure. What else we got? You go in there, You go in there. You go in there. There's a lot of other bricks in here that I don't see a need for right now. I need to save. That one's... Yeah, that one's fine. I'll stay out here for now. I'll go... Yeah, we'll stick with that. I do still have another one of those drawer units up here on this other side of the room, right off frame, which actually was very hard to get to with the other stuff in front here. So now it's like, oh, I can reach that, and I won't keep demolishing it. Cool. Lego cleanup organizing is never... it's never done in one night. It's never done in general. I just got some Acro Mills drawers in today, so I'll be organized tomorrow. Yeah, so I've known of Acro Mills for a long time, and I've always wanted that kind of system. I never got those specifically. Rather, the ones that I had, I actually had these for a couple of years. Let's see if I can pan the camera that way. There we go. So over here, I have ones that are very similar to it, but of a lesser quality, actually, from Harbor Freight. They're much cheaper in most senses of the word. I don't know if I can recommend them. But while I have them, they do the job just enough. I haven't overflowed them yet. Actually, most of them are empty right now. And I took them out of storage. I'm like, hey, I got this great spot in the corner of the room where these two doors, there's actually, so I got the door facing the room here to get in and out. And then you got the door back here for a closet. So it's always tough to fit stuff in between on that corner without having to move it out of the way. Like, if I can't fit any boxes there, really, can't fit Tupperwares in the middle of those, because even if I never use the closet, it's always going to be in the way of the door. But these units, these drawers, could fit in there. I'm trying to hang them up on the wall so that they can actually just, seamlessly be out of the way of the doors, either one being open or both being open. I've already done the measurements and everything like that. I just haven't actually nailed them up there because I do not trust them freestanding. I don't know why, but they like to tilt, and I'm not doing that. I also got to be sure that the wall can actually take them, because I haven't checked behind there. I haven't done any studs or anything like that to figure out, if I can put a nail in there and it's actually going to hold in place. I had that with a wall in my room where I tried to do that. I didn't know if there were any studs or anything behind the wall. I tried to put a nail in place, and it had nothing to grasp onto behind the wall itself. So the nail just slipped right through until the head reached the end of the wall. And I can't pull it back out. I tried with hammer. I tried it with another nail, hooking onto it, and didn't work. Maybe a tweezer would do it, but otherwise it's okay, yeah, I'm not putting a shelf up here, because I tried to prop the shelf in place when I did have the nails hung out, and then I, adjusted it to stay flush with the wall, and the nail slipped through, and the shelf fell down. So I was okay, no, I'm gonna have to do this somewhere else. I will say, now that I have this wall open, right there, might be able to put them up here. Again, just have to test how the wall receives it. Anywho, let's get this stuff in there. I might have to take a few pieces out of here over time, but I want to at least clear the slate so I can plan it better, do a better job on it. I was actually going to do this on Twitch because that's where I like to do some behind-the-scenes stuff. I've done a lot of building through there, but I know not everybody follows on Twitch. I have a Twitch. I've had a Twitch for actually probably a couple of years. I just don't bring it up a lot on the channel, but I've definitely posted about it before. Or I repost it, when the Twitch stream happens, and then I post it later. I'll be like, okay, it's archived onto YouTube. Alright, fine. I'll just do the YouTube stream then. So, can't say I don't try. Let's see. So yeah, these plates are not holding on to anything. I had done setups before in my Lego room before I moved. I had done setups before with my Lego Studside Heights or whatever the arrangement was. It was the Lego town, where the base plates would actually attach onto the table itself. Like there would be double stick tape or mounting squares or something like that that would actually stick onto the table. The problem is this kind of table, it doesn't really work so well, and it sometimes gets stuck to the end of the base plate, so it won't tear the base plates apart, but it will leave some residue that I have to scrape off separately. So I don't do that now. Now it's just a matter of everything gripping to each other, where it needs to stay in place, and hopefully I don't bump it a lot. Let's see. Put that over here. Actually, I'll keep the fence piece there. I do like my fence pieces. Nice little picketed fences. Do stuff with that. There was an old mock that I found in a box not too long ago. I actually considered possibly doing a video for it, because it's like, I don't think I ever put it on video, or if I did, I don't even know if it's still on the channel. To be fair, I think when I did the video, it was at a convention, so it might have not even been in the best environment to do it. I didn't tear the mock apart yet, but I know it's not in great shape. And it's not going to get the full realization that I wanted it to. It's more of just saying, hey, I had built this at one time. This is what I was going for, but it didn't happen. I tried to make basically my own amusement park ride. It was something that would be, basically glow zone related. So you could have like the black light on it, and they would have certain parts glow up. It was motorized. It was supposed to have a couple of planes or something to fly around, and I tried to build a mechanism into it in which it would actually move them up and down as it spun in a circle. That part of it didn't really work so well. I didn't have a lot of experience for Technic to make that happen. So I thought, yeah, it's here. I don't even know if I'm going to keep it motorized throughout the whole convention. So I'm just going to, at least show that it's there and it can glow. It's got the idea. It has the look of it. Down there. I think this is my problem. I've dug out a lot of pieces that I think I would need for something, or even when I was building all that stuff, and didn't put the other ones away. It's like, okay, I finished building this, but I didn't clean up after it. So now it's just all over the place when the next project comes along. And there have been a few. I just keep digging out parts. I'm like, oh, this is nice. Oh, this is nice. But then they eat up the whole table. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out any tan or brown pieces I think I might need. But yeah, it is really hard. I think even when I had Studside Heights before I moved, it was hard to keep this area clean. Because it's a beach. You want to have that open area to show that it's a beach. You don't need a lot of buildings on top of it. So, for me, a lot of times that meant, oh, I could put extra stuff here that, I need the extra table space. In theory, it's nice, but in practice, it means I never come back to this, and it just looks like a wreck. It doesn't look like a beach you want to attend. So, that's not fun. It is summer. I should already have this underway, and I'm hoping that, before we really dive deep into the season, it does that, because that's, the beach town. I mean, yeah, just like how I'm living here year round. I know that the Studside Heights will be a beach town year round. But I also want that to be presentable year round. People to see, oh yeah, I got my own little Lego city going. Just has a different style to it. Got a lot of projects on my mind, whether building or video or something. Doesn't mean they're all going to happen. I'm trying to take it easy with those so I don't overwhelm myself. But I also feel like, what's the word? Not self-conscious. Not guilty. I feel like there's a need that I need to continue making content. Which sucks because in some cases I can't, or I don't want to, or something might take longer than I could, produce content. I hate to be in that trap, but it does happen. So let's see. I'm going to put that over here for now. And this will sit over there. Oh, alright, it can fall on the floor and roll around. That's exactly what I wanted. Okie doke. Some dust on here. So what I gotta do... So for a while, I've had a lot of grill pieces that were holding these plates together. That did not work. It was not enough to hold them in place. So clearly, I need to do something else here to hold on to all of these pieces. I just kind of yanked them off. Didn't blow away earlier. There's also a whole bunch of other plates in the middle here that I need to situate better. Just put this back up here for now. Okay. Let's see what I want to do first. Okay, first thing, as far as I know, I don't have more tan 8x16 base plates. And that's something that would be very nice to just put down this whole row, considering it's pretty much going into the beach. It's away from the town. It's not going to have as much dirt and things around it. For right now, unless I find more of them, this is fine. I keep thinking I have another one or two. Let's see. There might be 16x32s. So that's not going to work. And I don't think any others are around here, are they? I know there's this... Yeah, there's a 16x16. Yeah, there's two 16x16s here. So that's not going to work. It'd be a really funky math to do through here if it was. And I'm not going to cut base plates. But with the gray, it kind of leads into the gray of the base plate here. So that's why I'm like, okay, fine. Let's see, I'm going to move a few other pieces around. What's that? That's another 16? Okay. It's not going to do anything for me. Was this built in the... Oh, I have to rebuild that anyways. Alright, I thought I saw more tan over there. No, I don't think so. I got more tan in this thing over here. That's good. Alright. Another one on the floor. Cool, even cooler. My option is either to use tan or dark gray on the area here for the base plate. I know I'm probably going to build stuff on top of this to surround the road so that people could actually cross the railroad. But for right now, I kind of just want to hold them in place. I think this one kind of is. This one should be. It's all these other ones that are like sort of in place. These definitely aren't. And then the ones back here definitely aren't. So I thought I had another tan. I can think of having another tan before, but I don't know if it's something I saw recently. Oh yeah, I got a whole thing in front of me of base plates. Maybe it wound up there. So there is one. It's just not the waffle style. It's not the one with the flat bottom to it. So it's probably not going to work the same way. Or will it? Play a little shuffling around. So that, I don't mind if the gray is back here because I could cover that up. It's not going to get as much like spotlight as it is in front. So maybe this could work. Might be another layer of plates, but that might cover it up for now. That's already some improvement. Unless there's another one in here that is flat. That would be fantastic. There isn't. Okay. What else? What else? A bunch of blue plates. I don't need those right now, but nice to know they're there. Green, blue, gray. Light gray, I mean. Yeah, no. What's in this bag? Nothing. Okay, cool. Cool. I thought I had another one nearby. Remember when I said, oh, I'll be fine with it for now? I'm already digging red for it. Yeah, I hate coming back to stuff. I just kind of want to get it done and get it over with. There we go. I think I know another place they could be. It could be in the closet, but getting to the closet is tricky. That's what's not great about this room right now. It's hard to build in here when everything's still cluttered. There we go. Whoa, who's that? I've planned for so many mocks, but not enough time to build them all. If I built a city instead of Star Wars, I'll be the type to tie his figs down on the track. There you go. That's a plan. Okay. So this should be somewhere else. I'm in there for now. These. It's like a really bad shuffling game where it's like those the slide puzzles, you know, where it's like you have a picture that you try to make out of a couple of squares, and it's like, oh, the square you need up here is supposed to be down here, but you have all the other squares in between and shuffling back and forth to try to get it around to there. That's what it's like being in my Lego room. It's not pretty. It is a major downgrade from what I've had before, so it's a lot that I need to adjust as far as where things are going, or do I have to have everything in this room? I've actually had a whole bunch of Duplo that I've taken out of the room because I don't build with Duplo as much as I thought I would. Like, I still want to keep it, yeah, but I only need it for certain occasions. We did some of these drawers, and I still have to work on those. So you should be over here. The C10 base plate. Ooh, I forgot there's a tan base plate that's full of masonry bricks. Even better. Great googly moogly. Look at that. It was for a Star Wars display I had on a shelf before I moved. The masonry bricks will come in handy because the design I came up with for the train tunnel needs a lot of them. And I lost track of how many I already had there before it got destroyed. I have a regular brown base plate back here, but it's just a 16 by 32. As much as I'd like to use that here, I don't think it's going to work on the beach. A little too dark for it. It's not really going to cover the area I want it to. I had another idea, but I wasn't really sure about this one. And that is to solve the weird problem with the base plates that I have right now with the tan ones. I can move the tan a bit forward, and that extra area at the end where, you know, I have like a small line of them could just be in blue. I do have blue base plates. I could try that, but I don't know if I have that many as skinny ones. I thought there was more than just that base plate in here. Don't you fall over on me. Sorry, there might be some back turning for a while. That is gray. That is not tan. But hey, good for you. Did I take them? Maybe I took them out of there. No, I see them. Of course. They're all the way in the back of the drawer where I can't walk into the closet to get to them. This closet stretches basically that way, so I have to really reach around stuff to get to some of those drawers or certain parts of the drawers. So that's fun. This is why I don't do a lot on camera, because you probably don't want to see this awkwardness. Not even the ones I wanted. 16 by 16s and 16 by 32s. I mean, tan, dark gray, sure, fine, but not the 8 by 16s that I was looking for. Not the droids I was looking for. This is a Star Wars bit after all, so it is appropriate to say. I can't see that far into it. Trying to look up from underneath. It's not really showing up anything. Move this piece out because that goes over here actually. Somehow. It needs a piece. Oh. And the other problem with this room being much smaller, I'm glad I'm not claustrophobic, but things are so jam-packed next to each other in the current configuration, that's very easy for me to bump something where I don't want to bump it, and then it'll just fall on the floor and I'll be irritated because it happens so much. I swear this is not recording an episode of Hoarders, but then again, I say that for every time I do something in the Lego room. And you be the judge of that. At least you're a Lego fan, you understand half of this. Criminy. Nope, not in there. Nope, not in there. I almost pulled the drawer all the way up. There we go. Pretty sure it's not the one in front of me. That would really, really help. I see more gray. Yeah, more dark gray is in here. Which, to be honest, I'm not using them. Might as well put them all in the same place, you know, so I don't have things like this happen again. Too late. I could have sworn that I had more 8x16s. That's a bummer. Sometimes you just gotta say, never mind. Isn't this closed before? Maybe it was all. It was just most of the way closed, and just the other stuff brushed against it. See what I mean? Bumping into things I don't want to. Yeah. So if I get a little ornery sometimes, that's why. Because I keep dealing with stuff that I don't have enough me to resolve them. Somewhere around the Lego room. I'll just put there. This is why I have to adopt the strategy that Brooksmith has, or jokingly has, of hey, if you're in the area, come down to my place, hang out in the Lego room, and then subtly lead into cleaning my stuff or sorting my stuff. I mean, hey, I've been blunt about it before, and I've said, hey, I will pay you, I will, you know, I can house you, I can feed you, and I still got no bites. So, you know, things happen. Or they don't. That's another base plate that nobody's using. But it's in green. It was the right shape. It was 8x16 and it was a dark green. So close. Alright, so best thing I can say for now, unless it just magically turns up at some other part of the whole table, best thing I can say for now is I'm just going to stick with what's here. And if I can add the regular 8x16 plates, attaching it to everything, I will. Can't really put these in the middle of this because they're not gonna fit along the tracks the same way, as much as I'd like to do that. Yeah, I'm not gonna split a base plate. If I do have a lot of those. It just sounds like a lovely time, isn't it? I try not to make it painful. I want to have fun with this, but there's so many times where it just goes all over. Yeah, you can hit the like button, as the comments say, because I am not good at promoting myself. Like, comment, subscribe. I never do that stuff. Look, you guys are smart. I am not playing dumb to you and saying, you know that button down there? That's a clicking button. You can click one of those and then a number appears. Oh, you click the rectangular bar and it turns from red to gray. Ooh. You guys are smarter than that. You know if you like something, you're going to like it, you're going to dislike it. You're going to subscribe, you're going to unsubscribe. I don't need to tell you that. I'm not going to tell you to... I'm not telling you how to run your life. That's always been my MO about doing YouTube or even Instagram or other stuff. Rarely do I show that kind of stuff out there because I know people know how to do that. And I feel like if they know how to do it and I say to do it, it makes me feel desperate. More than it should. So, I don't. Does that mean people don't do that? I don't know. I'm not playing some mind game with you where it's like, oh, if you don't do this, then bad things will happen to you. No. You're smart people. Oh, I see what fell. It's still falling. I think another thing fell out of here. Great. Yep, there it is. Oh, you dirty rat. Oh, come on. So, I have like this little lip underneath some of these drawers on the floor. Like one of these units. I have 3 of them under my building table, but for some reason they creep up a little bit from the floor. So it's just at the right height that you could have a Lego piece sneak underneath there and go missing. This room is chaos. I try to make it better than it really is, but it is chaos. And that's why, like I said, not a lot has happened in here for a while. There are some times where I'm like, I do not even want to go in the room. I don't want to fetch something from in here because I know it's going to be a big mamma jamma, whether or not it's on camera. What actually happened to Manga Entertainment? I have no idea what that is. You expect me... I don't even know if I'm saying manga or manga correctly. I have no idea what this is following up from. Because I don't remember using that. You have to refresh my memory. I switched my city to Mills. Alright. And Will Harper is out. I'll move this over for now. Hopefully it stays where it should stay. Like, I have to train these Lego bricks more than I have to train my dog. To stay still, you know what? We got jokes here. Because real life is quite funny. There we go. there would be an Animax. I'm sorry, I don't remember talking about this or showing interest in this before. I I don't know how to help you there because this is not familiar to me at all. So I got these two train stations, which are from the passenger train from 2018, and I've thought a couple times like, do I build them into big one? Like, do I just expand both of them into one bigger station? Do I put them on two different sides of the of Studside Heights? The big problem I have with it is that it can't really fit on the outside or the inside. Yeah, it definitely can't fit on the inside. And it probably can't fit on. Yeah, it's not enough studs for it to fit on the inside of or the outside of the track either. Just by the way that this is set up, like the loop is only a handful of studs away from the edges of the table. So there's not a lot of room for making a train station, or at least a proper train station. You also have the factor that I can't really put it along the curve, even though there would be a lot more width, more to work with on either side of it. There's also nowhere to station the train, like, solidly. There's no straight track there to line up with the station properly. I feel like if I put it on the outside of the track over here, then it's going to be constantly bumped into either by the train or myself and not really work out. If I put it on the other side of the track, it might get lost back there, or it might fall behind and hit the table, and that's not fun either. Let me see. Let me see how the thing is on its own. Yeah, okay, so yeah, on its own, it's definitely too deep for that. If I turn it around and try to fit it with the platform right against it, it might work, but it also might hit the train. So it'll be a really skinny platform if I did anything with that. I'm going to go with not building one there now and figuring it out way later from now. So for right now, these train platforms are just going to move somewhere else. With the train bin down here. I might come back for those plates if I think I need them, or if I don't have another plate to put in its same spot. Well, yeah, obviously I need a bigger city. I mean, even the last time I built Studside Heights before I moved, it was a bigger city. It had a whole other table to it. In this room, it can't have a bigger table, at least without sacrificing walk space or anything like that. I've considered it before moving here a year ago, of where the table would go, how much I could actually extend for there being a proper city or whatever. I concluded that it was better to put the beach on this side versus the other side, because the other side would get really cramped, and this side would be susceptible to breaking. So having the mountainside over there against the wall would be better. I mean, if anything, I could... No. I don't think I have that table anymore, actually. Nope. No, I don't have that table anymore. One of the tables I had before when setting up Studside Heights, I no longer have. And it could technically fit in this extra space next to me. And let's say we shove this all to this side, put the mountain over there, beach on the other side. maybe, but I don't have the table. I don't have anything else that would expand into. And even then, I don't think I expanded the train. It was still the same loop, just a different spot. It just gave me a little more land to work with for roads or houses, which isn't bad. But yeah. Not that I can't use my Lego building table for that. And if I did, I'd gain a lot out of it. But it would be a very weird configuration if I did. It would be in the middle of the floor, nothing really going on the other side of it. And if I flip the table long ways, I don't even know how much I would put on there. Oh, I do have a tape measure. Hey, that's cool. Although I'm no stranger to rearranging furniture in the room. So, let's see. This table measures just under 24 inches. It's like 23. Actually, it's like close to 23 and a half inches. So at that measurement, I definitely can't put the train track on there. Train track for just this curve needs needs 30-ish, inches. Not exactly, but at least having that buffer on each side does wonders for it. But yeah, even if that table was over there, that wouldn't change a lot. Mountains over there, oceans over here. All this would move back. Yeah, being about the same. Yeah, that would not exactly work. That's what's difficult about building a train into a Lego town, a Lego city, because it takes up a lot of space. Even if the track itself doesn't, it's the surrounding, dimensions. I've thought before about like shortening the track, or even the buildings, or the roads. It didn't mathematically work out. I've even done it through like Studio and things, and it didn't work. So yeah, this is not exactly what I was aiming for. In the meanwhile, I'll still try to patch up some of these plates. Okay, maybe not with those pieces. But also not with those pieces. So if I do put something there, it has to be a tile. Gotcha. That's a tunnel piece. Needs to go over there. I don't know why it doesn't keep showing it. Is Rocket Racer finally returning in Lego City, with him finally speaking in Lego City Adventures? I haven't watched the Lego City Adventure series. I don't even know what it's available on besides Nickelodeon. So I honestly don't know. I would like to learn more about that, but my hands are tied in so many directions already. So maybe, perhaps. I just don't know personally. What else have I got? Do I have tiles around here? No. Those are slopes. Those are jumpers. Those are the wrong color. Shoot. This one is the right color, but not the right size. Okay. Well, I could move into brown. I already have these here and still get the job done. Okay. Alright, yeah, I'm good with that. Let's see, put one over here just to match up with it. Yep, cool. Match up over here. Not perfectly symmetrical, but enough that it's like, okay, if I apply pressure, like train, on the rails, it should, you know, stay in place without pushing things around. Yeah, those other pieces are probably going to be a problem, aren't they? Yeah, they don't line up perfectly, do they? That's a shame. So I will have to go back to what I did before, put those in gray, which means I got to swap this one out. So that can be in gray. Either that or I cover this thing in tan. And not that I can't. I can. I just don't know what else is going on it. If it needs that, or if it's gonna get in the way of that. Yeah. Do that. Come on, come on. There we go. Put that underneath, come on. Reddish brown, please don't break on me, thank you. This will go here. This will go here. I don't aim for it to be perfect in terms of detail, but I'd like it to make a little bit of sense. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay. What else we got? So this has to be in place, and that has to be up to that. So I'm gonna do nice and easy. Put that over here. Put that over there. I'll hold that. Similar thing up here. Plate there. Plate there. There, so that's in place. I just need one in the middle here. And try this again. Yeah, something like that. Okay, it's not bad. Let's see. Do I need another one there? Yeah, let's throw another one on this side. You know what? I'm going to change that to this. And hold on a bit stronger. And then this one. Yeah, that's more like it. And I need a few of these. Put them all around. Okay. And I need a lot more of those. And I have no idea where they would be. I did have a bag before of plates, but that did not mean I had all my plates. That's a bin I haven't gone through before. What do you have? Ah, already found something I can use. There we go. That's more sturdy. And then towards the back, place it with this one. Unfortunately, this thing isn't like perfectly flush against the wall, especially with the window there. So if things do run off the end here, they could fall behind the table. And I'm sure there's a whole bunch that I have no idea what's behind there. I hope it's nothing I need. Or always needed. There it is. Another plate. And another couple bricks. Cool. Let's see those. Let's see. Yeah, I could throw this in here. At least for now. Let's see. Anything here it needs to be. Okay, so it's just this area needs to be tied down. Cool. I want to look for blue plates now because we're nearing the ocean, so that it blends in and looks like foam or, you know, waves coming up ashore. I actually kind of like that there's fewer blue plates here, because even though I do want to have the beach and the ocean, I don't have a lot of stuff to put in the ocean. So it's nice having this area here that I could do stuff with. I can even have maybe a boardwalk along here if I wanted to at some point. You know? Or this is something that I've seen recently. I don't know why I've never thought of it before. But what I could also do is I could put a restaurant out here that leads out to the beach. Because I have seen that actually the other day, and I'm like, that's a cool idea. You know what? I like that. It's like a tiki bar or something like that, where it has a long stretch out from the main restaurant, so you could eat right over the ocean. Not literally in the water, but still like pretty close to the shoreline, where the restaurant mainly would be over here. You know? So it's like, okay. I'm not saying I will do that, but I have the option for it, instead of having so much blue in here. I mean, I have a lot of blue plates, yes, but I also don't have a lot to put. It's not that I don't have a lot to put on them. I don't have a lot to put that I want to put on top of them. That's it. I can only think of like a few boats, maybe some swimmers. I'm not going to make like some big waves or, you know, a lot of surfers really on top of here. It's the beach that I'm more concerned with. Unfortunately, we don't have tan base plates anymore. We don't have the 32 by 32 tans in stores. Kind of wish we did. I probably would have picked up a couple more of those if that was the case, because actually a bunch of mocks I've built with those base plates before, and you know, and now I'm just trying to shuffle back through them because I can't buy more of them. You have the white, green, blue, gray, and then now you have ones that are in like the papery packaging, which is okay. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Come on. There we go. I don't know why I wasn't showing the live chat before. Like it keeps vanishing for some reason. I don't like it. Alright, you move over here, because I don't need you right now. Let's see. So here's what I'm going to do as far as the ocean. I'm going to take off these plates because they're not holding anything. I'm gonna put. Yeah, it's a bit chewed. I think it still works though. Kind of holds in place. Oh, yeah, that would help if I actually put it in the right spot. I know what'll hold it down. It actually did kind of work. All right. I actually like these pieces that I found, these larger wedge plates, because they look like waves. So I can actually put them nearby, hammer them in. Nothing that you can't press with your fingers, but it just feels more fun hammering it. Yeah, now that's more in place. I'm gonna throw another one over here. It's not a wedge though. It's just a regular 4x2, 4x6. Come on, right next to it. Can't tell me it won't. There we go. Now it's lined up. Let's throw another one in the middle there. Middle over here. Near the middle. There we go. So now this thing's a little bit more sturdy. Again, not trying to hammer the whole thing down. I could always add in more in between for the actual wave if I wanted to. But I wanted to get at least the basic stuff so I know that, hey, this isn't going to just off the table. You know? Because if I keep shifting them back and forth like this. To be sure it covered all the main areas. The hard part is going to be actually keeping it open like this and not stacking boxes on top of it when I'm not using it. Or not even in the room for a long time. Okay. What else? I got a whole bunch of buildings over there. A bunch of rando plates here. I do want to take off these masonry bricks. I don't know how many I have, but I would like to have them all together. I've made lug bulk orders in the past for a couple of years, here and there. And one of the main things I like getting out of them is masonry bricks, because that's something that I almost never stock up on, always want more of. And while I haven't fully utilized them in a project for a long period of time, I use it for like here and there stuff. It's something that I want to be happy that, okay, I got them if I need them. And this is the kind of project where it's like, they'll be used for a long time. Like, I don't want to tear the train tunnel apart anytime soon. So if I have a lot of them, I know they'll work. What are your thoughts on the Home Alone Lego house? I just saw it the other day at the bookstore. It did it again. It inflated away the chat. I don't want it to do that. I don't know why it does that. So, I think it's fine. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the Home Alone series. I've only watched the first film, and I just thought it was okay. That's just me, personally. It wasn't bad or anything. It just didn't grab me as it did other people. From what I've seen of it, like in the Lego store or pictures or videos, it looks like a fine house. Looks like they have a lot of details put into it. At least a lot of references to the first film that I can recognize, like all the little traps and things. But I don't know. I don't remember anything exactly about the treehouse. So I don't know exactly what goes on with that. And I also don't know, any particular things to look at. For me, it's a house. It's a good house model. That's all I really got out of it, personally. I've never built it, though. So I don't know if there's more that I would enjoy about building it. Damn it. I have literally a slope of base plates. Just keep sliding down off the table. Every time I put another one or two up there, I want to just hold in place. Like, don't move. That's why I put it up there, so it doesn't move. Okay, let's see. These plates are good. These plates are good. These plates are good back here. I might, yeah. So, like I said before, I think I should move some stuff over just to try to build in that area. So I've peeled out a whole lot of vehicles, whether or not they're sets or mocks or modifying a set or something like that, just to populate the town. I've done that where I temporarily will just fill it with stuff just to be sure that it feels like it's alive. Hot dog truck, one of my favorites. Obviously some construction vehicles, gotta have those. Ooh, excuse me. They're just coming back to haunt me. Eyeball. Another building. Like, technically, I probably could put a building back here and it would be just fine without attaching to anything, not in the way of the train or whatever. I just haven't gotten back to that. You guys eating mutton on the job? Let's see now. That doesn't go in here. Goes over there. And it fell, of course. Yeesh. Okay. This is just a complicated game because, like I said, there are other steps I'd like to take, but I also have this anxiety because I feel like I need to move on this. I need to actually have this, more ready for people. I don't like it. I don't want it. But something's gonna happen. Okay. Oh, please, oh, please. Please don't fall. I said please don't fall. I have to literally talk to the Lego to make sure that it does what I say. And even then, it could disobey me. I don't like it. But here we are. This is what I've come to. Oh. No, 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 no. That's not even supposed to be in here. I was supposed to be in another room. Do you have any base plates? That'd be funny if there was just one underneath here the whole time. Hee hee ha ha. Oh, you have the stickers I needed for that other thing. Put them right next to it. Never shall they separate. I hope. Okay, order sheet. Go over there. I don't need that right now. Oh boy. Even if it's not about YouTube content-wise, it's any social media content-wise. I know other people who have a lot of that anxiety, and I feel for them because I know I'm in the same boat. I follow a bunch of art accounts, and they'll apologize for not producing a lot of art in a short time or whatever. And personally, I'm fine with it. But I honestly, it gives me agita trying to watch people in the Lego community because y'all can stream at any time you like, do what you want to do. But for me, it gets to be too much, seeing it on an almost daily basis. Feeling like I have to be a part of this, or either I have to be watching it, or I have to be building my own stuff, and bringing something to the table, And a little bit of that I had fueled from this past night or so. Where, you know, you go around and everybody's saying what they're doing, and I have to still have something shown and, you know, what I'm doing. So, yay. I hate feeling like that. I don't want to feel like that. This is how my body naturally reacts to it. I know no one's forcing that on me, but that's just how it goes. It's just, I don't know what's supposed to be on the end of there. It looks like something's supposed to be in there. I can't figure it out. So I'm gonna put it over there. Just sit there. Tow truck. Oh boy. This is supposed to be somewhere else too. And this. Go over there. Go over there. I'm gonna put this over here for now. Well, this whole thing doesn't need to be here. Like in the room. Not even. I have been working on that over the past week or so of Legoifying the Lego room, which basically means there's a whole bunch of stuff in here that is not related to Lego whatsoever, not used for building, not compatible with it, not in the same realm of it at all. I've been trying to move those out of the room or consolidate them better in whatever container they're in. There's still a whole bunch around. I'm figuring that all out. Oh boy, this is gonna be a mess. So there's like this whole big box back here with a spilt pick-a-brick cup. And I think some of those pieces could fall off the edge of the table into the back. Okay, well, at least it fell over on that side. This time. That is fine by me. Okay. Let's put these away before I spill them again. And what's inside of this box, you may ask? Well, it is a box for the Railway Express from Lego trains, from the 9-volt trains, but it does not actually have the Railway Express in there, or at least not just that. Come on over here. Thank you. Okay. Inside of here is a train, but rather it's the Railway Express and most of the Futron monorail. It does not have all the parts to it, unfortunately, and some parts are actually broken on the Futron monorail. I got this a couple of years ago, and I'm still happy to have it. I don't have a good spot for it, unfortunately. I mean, I've tried putting this up on a table before, getting a feel for what kind of space it takes up. It still needs work. Still needs work for it to be fully running. And it runs off of 9-volt batteries, so that's not bad. I do have those. But once again, unless I move a whole bunch of things around, it's basically just going to stay here. So let me see, very carefully, mind you. Move the chair back a little bit. Fit this up here. Squeeze into the corner. Maybe out. Okay. I hope that stays. I mean, the things around it might move a little bit, but I hope the thing doesn't just fall over in the middle of the night. That should be fine. Okay. That looks a little bit more like a town. And that's only, what, an hour and a half? So, There's a bunch of buildings that are in here. The idea is that I have one 32 by 32 building that has all the municipalities. So it's got a hospital, police station, fire station, garages for everything. And it has ways of splitting out so it can go on either side of the road. Then there's room for like another, at minimum, one building. If I put it on a 32 by 32. At most, I want to say maybe 8 buildings if I make them all 8 by 16. My buildings are kind of, in general, my buildings are built on the scale that like Town Junior had. So it's like either a 16 by 16 or an 8 by 16 in order to fit in more cozily in, different spots. It is not a town that is expected to have everything happen in it. It's more of like, I can swap things around whenever I need something to happen, But the municipalities are the only thing that would keep as a constant because I'm always going to need those kinds of things. I'm always going to need some kind of fire, police, medical stuff. But if I wanted to swap it, I could. It's not faceted into the rest of this. Some more worker guys. The unbury. Motorcycle. Some more minifigs all over the place. I gotta put back a couple of Looney Tunes figures that just found up in here. And 1 or 2 I customized, and pieces have to go back together. There we go. I will say one thing that's really good about this table being where it is. I can reach around pretty easily. I don't have to worry about walking around to the other side of the table in order to get something over here. I can reach that. I can even reach over a building if needed. So that I do like. There's a whole bunch of stuff inside of the garages. I didn't actually finish building the garages themselves. I just kind of built the floor. So I have something to go up to. I still got to build the ceiling as well. Octopus. A bunch of random stuffs. Actually, inside of here needs to be built more too. They don't have all their thingies, tables, chairs. This whole table is all over the place. This is a couple pieces I liked that I put in here, but nothing staying in place yet. I had another one around here, I think, but I'll find it later. There we go, that's what I was working on. So these were the brick walls for the tunnel that I was working on. Honestly, if I can get the tunnels in shape, I could move on to a whole bunch of other stuff and really get this town to come to life. Hello. This belongs somewhere else. Lego, but not here. I'll go there. Got the boost stuff. More boost. Oh, yeah, there it is. There's the brick out of place. I might actually shut off the stream because I'm gonna look through my old photos, and by old photos I mean like a couple months ago, to figure out how the train tunnel was first constructed, so then I could update that. I'll probably have to change a few things around from that design if I remember correctly, because some parts I may not have on hand. But my hope is that I could actually build more of this now, so it will be a train tunnel. It will actually stay together. So I'm going to sign off for now, and I will join you on the social media, possibly on YouTube community tab if I get enough done out of this tonight. And I would love to see that not only I get the train tunnel back where it was, but further from that. Oh, I feel it. It's about to fall over again. Alrighty. Yeah. We'll catch you on the flip side. Do you sell some of your collection ever? Yes. I have sold off stuff from my collection before, of sets, figures. Really depends. Just depends on the time that I do it, or the things that I no longer have a use for. Get the yellow 9-volt train. Yeah, the 9-volt train is cool. It's funny that each of the trains that I have work as passenger trains, and I have an extra car at least for each of them. So they're expanded more than the original set. I remember having a Lego soccer set. It was pretty nice. Thoughts? I enjoyed the Lego soccer sets when I was younger. I actually have a whole bunch of them that I've built before. And I did try to rebuild one of them about 2 years ago, if I remember correctly. Somewhere between a year and a half to 2 years ago. And it was pretty nice. I actually wanted to set that up in my old Lego room as a playable thing on a table. Unfortunately, there wasn't really enough space for that. Not a lot of time to dedicate to it, and it just sat where it was for a while. Hello. There's a couple pieces in there I could use up here. Okay. What else? Okay, all caught up. Take care.